Hello to you all. This is Oromia Broadcasting Network News. I'm Thomas Kamulat with the latest story of the day and first the headlines. The church organized discussion forum. US shutdown imposed over Trump's world dragon. Now news in detail. Stay with us. President Sahle-Work Zewde has received credentials of ambassadors of Eritrea to Ethiopia, Samara Resom, at the ceremony held at National Palace. He served as Eritrean ambassador to the United States and Canada. Ethiopia and Eritrea restored their relation with the signing of joint declaration of peace and friendship agreement in Asmara last July. Ethiopia appointed Redwan Hussein as its ambassador to Eritrea. The newly appointed ambassadors of Somalia, Egypt, Tunisia, and Thailand also presented their credentials to the president. OBN's Kabri Alam reported. The Ethiopian Evangelical Mekane Jesus Church has organized a discussion forum with stakeholders in Finfinnee. Ulmo Boyne has the detail.
The Ethiopian Evangelical Church Mekane Jesus has held Religious Leaders Peace Conference in Finfinnee City. President of the Ethiopian Evangelical Church, Dr. Yonas Igezu, said the role of religious leaders in peacekeeping process is very significant.
Peace is our main objective in all our discussions. Peace needs high protection. It also needs day-to-day follow-up. Especially, we religious leaders have great responsibility in peacekeeping process. Therefore, we have to play our level best.
On the conference, research papers were presented based on religious values in peacekeeping process. The presented papers show that the main cause of conflicts are unemployment, lack of listening each other, and radicalism among the others. It was also said that religious leaders should proactively work on preventing conflicts through various mechanisms. Some religious leaders have also expressed their readiness to play their role in peacekeeping process.
The issue of peace and security is not the issue of certain groups or persons. It is a concern of all of us. We have to take personal responsibility to sustain our peace and security. Abagedas and religious leaders have great responsibility because they have huge acceptance in the society. Peace in our life has great value. It has also great meaning and value in religions. So we have to teach our people from the grassroots level. Therefore, everybody should safeguard peace and security of the country.
The Minister of Foreign Affairs says Ethiopia is an permanent membership of the United Nations Security Council will come to an end this month. Ethiopia became a non-permanent member of the Security Council on 1st January 2017. Akluga brought the story.
Ministry of Foreign Affairs disclosed that Ethiopia's non-permanent membership of the United Nations Security Council will come to an end this month. According to spokesperson of the ministry, Meles Alem, during its 2 years term, Ethiopia tried to be the voice of the countries, calling for unity and consensus and responding to some of the most difficult and complex peace and security challenges.
A great success was achieved in Horn of Africa in relation to peace and security. Restoring peace between Ethiopia and Eritrea and Djibouti are some of the diplomatic success.
Meles Alem added that Ethiopia has done a lot in relation to building good images of the country in terms of its massive infrastructure developments and tourist attraction areas during its term.
Significant job was done on image building. We have got plenty of friends and partners.
Meles noted that Ethiopia has consistently tried to highlight the progress on security situation in entire Africa during its stay. Ethiopia became a non-permanent member of the Security Council on 1st January 2017.
The Ministry of Foreign Affairs announced yesterday the list of countries to which the new ambassadors of Ethiopia are appointed. Ambassador Suleiman Dedefo, United Arab Emirates, Miss Mulu Solomon, Germany, Abdulaziz Mohammed, Djibouti, Miss Nassise Chali, Canada, Hassan Taju, Senegal, Rata Alamu, Israel, Henok Tafara, France, Mr. Alamsai Masara, Uganda, Dr. Tizita Mulgeta, India, Ambassador Tesfai Yilma, Permanent Representative of Ethiopia to AU, Ambassador Tashome Toga, China, Tafari Tadese, South Sudan, Fitsum Arega, USA, Dr. Adisu Gabra Xavier, Zimbabwe, Million Samuel, the Netherlands, Meles Alam, Kenya, Burhanu Fasaha, Deputy Permanent Representative of Ethiopia to the African Union, Dr. Arirat Mohammed, Oman, Ambassador Samia Zakaria, Qatar. Ababa Abayo has been appointed as Commissioner of the Ethiopian Investment Commission, EIC, replacing Fitsum Arega, who was recently appointed as Ambassador of Ethiopia to USA. Following the appointment, Ababa expressed his readiness to serve the country. And he tweeted, "I'm honored to lead the Ethiopian Investment Commission at the stage in the country's transformation. The positive reaction I received from so many people around me is humbling. I'm ready to serve my country. The competition to attract investment is global and fierce." According to FBC website, Ababa has been serving as senior legal advisor at the Office of the Prime Minister. He has experience on economic policy and regulatory reform, negotiations of international trade and investment agreements, among others. Security bodies of Adama Town Administration have held discussion on how to ensure sustainable peace in their town. Fakarbano explains.
Security bodies of Adama Town Administration have discussed ways of keeping peace and the security of their town. Participants of the discussion said if there is no peace, it is impossible to move freely, adding that everyone should play his part to safeguard peace and the security of their area.
If there is no peace, the government cannot perform its daily activities. So there should be peace to save the life of our police officers and community.
Hereafter, we do not want days of anyone, so we need sustainable peace, she said.
We are not politicians, we are peacekeepers. It is very important to listen and understand each other to ensure peace and security of our town. If we do so, we can solve any challenge.
They urge that security bodies should work with due attention to keep peace of their society.
Community policing should play its part in ensuring peace of our community, so we should work day and night in order to sustain the started changes.
Deputy Commander of Adama Town Police Department, Alamashe Tailu, called upon residents of Adama Town to keep their peace in collaboration with security bodies.
We cannot ensure peace without community participation. There is also no development if we lack peace. So, community of Adama should sustain your collaboration work with us to ensure peace of our town.
This is OBN, Voice for the People. Now news from abroad. A partial U.S. government shutdown is likely to continue into next week aimed at an impasse over funding President Trump's proposed Mexico border wall. Both Congress chambers adjourned with minutes without acting to end the 60-day closure. Many lawmakers did not return to Washington for the session. Whether or not to fund the wall is the issue holding up the passing of government funding budgets. Both sides now seem to accept that the dispute will continue into 2019. The funding dispute has left hundreds of thousands of federal employees either on unpaid leave or not known when they will get paid. Mr. Trump says he will not compromise on his demands for funding to build a border wall between the U.S. and Mexico to tackle illegal immigration. He is refusing to sign a wider spending package, forcing large parts of the government to shut down. But opposition Democrats who take over the House of Representatives in January, and some within Trump's party, the Republicans, insist they want to give the president the $5 billion he says he needs. The BBC reported. Well, many thanks for joining us. That's all for now. Have a good time.